Palin at bat. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the right-wing line that day. Donald Trump and Huckabee were making too much dough to play. Then when Tim Pawlenty quit and Christie did the same, the choices narrowed radically for the patrons of the game. Fans of Ayn Rand rallied for Ron Paul with great hurrah. The rest clung to the hope that springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Palin could but get a crack at that, we'd send our bucks to SarahPac and put Palin up to bat. But Bachmann declared sooner, and a stir did Perry make, and the former was a crackpot, while the latter was a flake. So upon the stricken right-wing base grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of getting Palin up to bat. Then Bachmann won a straw poll to the wonderment of all, before Governor Rick had yet to heed the presidential call. But when the governor heard the call and announced that he concurred, it bumped Mitt Romney out of first and Bachmann below third. Then from 1,000 microphones, or more, it's hard to tell, there came an endless babble from that voice we knew so well. It echoed on the mountain, and it grated on the flat, for it seemed the strident Palin would finally take the bat. There was ease in Palin's manner as she stepped into her place. There was pride in Palin's bearing, and a vapid smile on her face. And when responding coyly to her fans, she lightly hinted that maybe, oh yes, maybe, if she really wanted, 'twas Palin's turn to bat. The nation's eyes were on her, reporters were alert, as she mounted for the freedom ride, clad in leathers, not a skirt. Upon her Harley seat she was classy, she was hip. Proudly to the crowd she waved, a smile curled her lip. Now there came a softball lobbed in New England, where a reporter queried Palin about her tour there. Of Paul Revere on horseback, how bravely had he sped, and warned the British not to take our guns, Miss Palin said. From blogs and right-wing pundits there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm, waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill them! Kill the lamestream! Went the cry throughout the land, and it's likely they'd have killed them had not Sarah raised her hand. With a smile of Christian charity great Sarah's visage shone. She said, "Beat me up all you want, but leave my kids alone." She then appeared on Hannity, and again the softballs flew, all designed to reassure us that her history Palin knew. "God!" cried the maddened thousands, and an echo answered, "God!" Just a reverent look from Sarah, and her audience was awed. They saw her face grow stern and cold as she made a gaffe on Herman Cain, and after that not even Fox would let her off the hook again. Despite the bus her pack paid for, it seemed that Palin doesn't rate. And as for the election, she's announced she's off the slate, quitting like she did before. By now we surely know her campaign was just a sham, the bus was just for show. And all across this favored land the sun is shining bright, bands are playing everywhere, and gladdened hearts are light. And we hear men a-laughing, and we hear children shout, for there is joy in silence now that Palin has cashed out.